morning, everyone.
Morning, ma'am.
Yeah, so in previous class, we are into the topic of disaster management. In that, we come across so many points, and especially we discussed about the accident, the hazards, or the disasters which occur, which are related to the accidents. So, how many people are dying, or how many people are losing their human life in India every day? That we came across, we discussed already, and the government of India and what are the reasons behind these accidents. Only one point we can say that most out of 100%, nearly 75% of the people's negligence is the main cause to meet with an accident or to lose their human life. So even I said and we discussed, if any person lost his life, it that loss not only affecting his own family, even it is showing impact on the per capita income of the nation or GDP of the nation, which is called as gross domestic product. Okay, so in the year 2000, as also we discussed, nearly 3% GDP rate has been decreased because of the human loss. So by taking all such kind of laws and aspects into consideration, the traffic department or police department or the government of India framed and designed one scheme or policy which is called as road safety no accident. If you follow rules and regulations or norms and conditions designed by the traffic department, then your life will be safe. If not, you are the culprit of your own life. Culprit means what? You are the solemnly responsible for your own life where a loss is going to be occur. And in the same class, even I said the traffic department designed and framed through points where a human can follow and where they should not follow. It means nothing but do's and do nots. Okay, so daily you are seeing so many people are traveling on the road, traveling on the road. When government is designed such policies, if you follow, then it will be okay. Otherwise, it will give a great loss to you and even to others also, those who are traveling along with you. Whatever the age you belongs to, no matter how old you are, whether you are going to school, whether you are going to office, or else wherever you are moving to your workplace. Okay, so how you have to go and what you have to follow and what you should not follow. Few guidelines have been given in your textbook. Let us switch on all those do's and do nots. Okay, so in page number 263, just open for a while, everyone, and look into that in the disaster management. No matter how old you are, as I said, your age doesn't matter. How many years old you are, when you are coming out of your house, when you are going somewhere, when you are moving yourself on the road in any form, how you have to go and how you should not go. Some do's and do nots have been given in your textbook. What are those? And let us get into the detail. Okay, first of all, let us switch on to the first point, do's. Drive if you have a legal license and have attained the age of 18. So in the previous session itself, I discussed about, I mentioned the same point. The person who crossed their age 18 years, then only that person is whole and soul eligible to take a vehicle or to drive a vehicle on the road. If any person, if any boy or a girl before 18 years, if they are driving a vehicle on the road, it is completely, parents are held responsible for the damage. Parents are held responsible for their own children's damage. They are not supposed to allow them to drive a vehicle, whether it is a scooty or car, whatever it is, before the age group of 18 years. No one child is allowed to take or to drive a vehicle on the road. So the first and foremost important thing, the government should release a license to a person whose age crossed 18 years. So only those people are eligible to drive a vehicle on the road. So before 18 years, what does it mean? They are not allowed or they are not eligible to drive a vehicle on the road. So this is one of the point where you can add a point under do's. It means you have to follow. Which you do not follow. What is that? When you are moving on the road, you have to be very patient. You have to be very patient. If you are impatient, better stay away at home. Don't come onto the road. Impatient means what? నీకు ఒకవేళ ఓపిక లేదు ఉందనుకోండి, ఓపిక లేకపోతే జస్ట్ మేక్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ టు be at home, but don't come onto the road. So don't be impatient when you are moving on the road. That you should not be like that. Next, what are the do's? What you have to do? Always walk on the footpath. If there is no footpath, walk on the extreme right hand side of the road. Okay. Every road, wherever you go, footpath will be there. Compulsory footpath will be there on the sides of the road. Okay. So the people, those who are going by walk, they are supposed to be walk on the road or on the footpath. Where you have to walk? Come on, Shiva, give me answer. Where you have to walk?
On footpath.
Yeah. So when footpath is mentioned very clearly on the both the sides of the road, when you decided to go by walk, only you should walk on the footpath but not on the road, because road is exclusively mentioned for the people, those who are traveling, those who are riding vehicle. Okay. When you decided to go by walk, or either you walk on the footpath or else extreme right side of the road where the vehicles will not disturb your walking. So these are this is the second one what you have to follow. What is the first one? What is the first one? The license should be released only to those who crossed how many years of age? 18 years. 18 years of age. That is point number 1. Point number 2, under which you should not follow, you should not be, don't be impatient. Don't be impatient. If you are not in patience mood, better to stay away. So don't impatient while riding a vehicle on the road. Next, always try to walk on the footpath or else extreme right side of the road, but you are not supposed to be on the road. This is the rule where you have to follow, and which you do not follow. Never cross the road at a corner or curve, as the motorist, while taking the turn, will not be able to see you in time. So, if any vehicle is taking a turn, you just try to maintain some distance when a motorist or any vehicle person is taking a turn. Suppose, take for example, if any person is taking U-turn, don't be next to that person where he could not see you, that somebody is there behind me, so I have to take a time. That person will not be in a position to look after when he is taking U-turn. He cannot expect that somebody is there next to my vehicle. So better, instead of blaming that person who is taking a turn, better you maintain some distance. Don't nearby that vehicle where a motorist is taking a turn at any some point or curve. Okay, so that one rule you should not follow. Next, cross only at zebra crossing and at traffic signals. See, everyone are moving every day in their life. Everyone has to be in time. Everyone will think that I have to be in time. Before 9 o'clock, I have to reach my office. Before 8:40, I have to be in the school. I have to attend the assembly. So, keeping these points in your mind is good. But at the same time, or it doesn't mean that you have to rush on the road. You have to rush on the road. Rush means nothing but you have to move very speed. You have to run on the road like anything to reach in time. Instead of running or instead of rushing on the road to reach your office or to your school in time, why don't you get up early in the morning or 5 minutes before? That 5 minutes will compensate here. That 5 minutes will save you to rush on the road.
No.
Isn't it? Huh? So try to cross only when traffic signal was there. All the vehicles will stop in their places. During that time only, try to cross the road. Or some zebra crossing lines will be there on the road. Then only you are supposed to cross only through zebra crossing lines. This is one of the important rule where you have to follow. And which point you should not follow? Don't try to get on moving bus or rickshaw, as you might slip and fall. So this is a regular scenario. If you be at LB Nagar bus stop or wherever the bus stops are there, people are hanging themselves like anything, like monkeys. They do not have care about their own family. See, n number of buses are there in Hyderabad, wherever you are going, not only in Hyderabad, but as we are staying in Hyderabad, I am taking our own city's example. Okay, morning, if you go and stay near the bus stop, there you can see number of hazards, number of irresponsible people. If bus was started and people are running behind the bus like anything, and they are trying to board the bus from the back side, even though if there is no place to have their 2 foots on the footstep, the people are in such a way, even if we'll get one step place also, let me catch the bus. Rest of the body will fly in the air itself. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes.
These are the regular problems, these are the regular scenes where we could see on the roads. But do you think, are they good? Okay, just try to reach before 5 minutes to the bus stop and try to board the bus safely. Okay, and try to board the bus from front door itself rather than going from backside. If you find so many people are there at the backside, try to avoid to board the bus. If you wait for some time, next bus will come. But do you think are the people are following? No one is following. They are the rest of the body, half of their bodies are flying in the air itself, even though they are stepping their foot on the board, bus. If there is no place, take some time. Maybe you will be late, but you can save your life. Okay. But people are not in that position to take a time to think about something. Suppose, take for example, if you board the bus, only one step space is there on the footstep of the bus. If you keep your feet on that space and rest of the body is moving in the air, all of a sudden one more vehicle will come from the back side and they will hit your body and your body will go along with the bus. What will happen? Chances are there to lose your life. People know everything, but they are, you know, what can I say, foolish people, foolish behavior, it is nothing but. They don't have any care about their own life, and at the same time they don't have even others life also, they don't care even others life also. If you are thinking that maybe I'll lose my life, what will happen to you if I'll board the bus, if I'll get down the bus from the running bus? Few people are get down even from the running bus also. At that time, if your leg will twist, obviously damage of your leg also will happen. Okay, if you put your feet in a proper way, in a proper place, then only it will be good. If you get down from the running bus, the bone at the knee part, chance is there to move or to get a fracture. So probably what will happen, you'll be on the bed for few days. Getting down from running bus will give a great loss and damage to your own body. So, my dear children, whether it is a school bus or city bus or any other bus, even if from your own vehicle also, without stopping in a proper position, don't open the door and don't get down from your car. Without your notice, on the back of your car, few people are driving on their own way. All of a sudden, if you open the door, that person will hit to your car's door. And always try to get down from left side of the car but not from the right side, because right side the vehicles will move, persons will, they are on their own speed, they won't be in a, in conscious that I have to go in a limited speed. Everyone are running besides their own works, everyone are busy in their own life, everyone wants to reach their home or office or destination in time. They are not looking about what kind of disaster they are going to face on the road. Okay, so instead of rushing on the road, it's better get up early in the morning, 5 minutes before you start from your house, so that 5 minutes before you will be in your office or in your school, instead of making rush the other people, instead of rushing on by your own. So these are all the rules where you have to follow. Okay, so zebra crossing lines will be very clearly mentioned on the roads. When traffic signal is there, let the people cross the road through that zebra crossing lines. People are moving, crossing the road, and few people are taking their vehicles and they are moving. It is all nothing but irresponsibility. Irresponsibility. Either they are responsible to their own life, or they won't be responsible even to the other life. That is called as negligence, carelessness. They are not only caring about their own life, they are not even caring about others' life also. So naturally, disasters and accidents and hazards will occur on the roads or in our life. So these are all the rules where you have to follow. And next one, don't try to get on a moving bus or rickshaw. When bus is running, let the bus stop. Then only you try to get down from the bus, but don't don't get down from the running bus. Next, know the road signals and honor them. See, government is not a foolish people. The if any policies, if my dad or the head of the family is framing any rules and regulations to survive his own family, he is making a proper budget plan. Whatever the income he is earning, in that income only he wants to run his family, and he don't want to go beyond the limit whatever the income he is earning. Okay, when father designed, framed such policies, such norms for his family, being as a child, being as a wife, you have to obey, you have to follow his path what he designed. Instead of that, if your expenditure is going beyond the limits what your father is earning, ultimately who will be the sufferer here? Your father will be the sufferer due to some tensions. Okay, this month my budget crossed more than a limit, so where should I get money? Because of the tension, if anything happens to the head of the family, then total family will be on the road next moment. Isn't it or not?
Yes.
Isn't it? So that is the situation where you should not bring in your life, and try to follow the rules and regulations or traffic signals. So know the road signals and honor them. So respect the rules and regulations. If any government is framing any policies or schemes or any rules, don't board the bus other than the one decided by the school. So school bus, you wherever the area which you are living, in that only 21 bus number 21 is coming to your area. So try to board the bus only 21, but not even though if it is belongs to your school only. Don't try to go in other school bus which is not yours. Are you able to follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
Number 21 and number 20, these two bus numbers are coming to your area, and you supposed to travel only in bus number 21. If not, if you are going by bus number 20, there the count will become less, and one more bus count will become more. What will happen here? Parents will may feel tension. And if you, fortunately, if your mother called a driver, so what the driver will respond? No ma, today your child did not come in my bus, he did not board my bus. There your mother will suffer, and your mother will rush to school. I send my child to board the bus, and he did not, he was not there in bus number 21. Then where my child was? he board in the other bus. Maybe he's safe, but during the time, mother feels tense and she will rush to the school, or father will tense and he will rush to the school. In between, if anything happens, what will happen? A great damage or loss is going to a person. So here, don't try to, what I mean to say, don't try to board the bus which is not mentioned for you. Okay? And next point, be at the bus stop before 5 minutes. Be at the bus stop before 5 minutes, and the scheduled time, leave home. Whatever the times are there framed by the institution. Instead of rushing, the same point I am taking again and again, don't take me wrong. If any point I am repeating again and again, it doesn't mean that I'm not here to make you bored. I'm here to make you alert. I'm here to make you clever, what you have to follow and how you have to be in your life. So instead of rushing to the bus stop, just try to be there before 5 minutes and try to reach your home before the time what the scheduled time is there. So if you are safe, then everyone and everything will be safe. If you are not safe, everything will be damaged. And one day or the other, it's been a great damage to a family and also at the same time nation as well. So try to make yourself to protect yourself, to keep yourself in a safe manner. Next, don't sit or stand on the footboard of the bus. This is also one of the major point where you should not follow. Okay, don't sit very near to the steps of the bus and don't stand even on the bus steps also. Anything can happen. Suppose take for example, if you are near the steps of the bus, sometimes what happens, if any unknown situation will come in front of the driver or on the road, the driver has to take sudden breaks. So during that time, what will happen? Chances are there to fell down from the bus if you are near to the doorsteps. And even if you are standing on these steps also, due to that sudden break, maybe chances are there to fell down from the bus. And the main important point, if anything belongs to you, if it is dropped near the bus or under the bus, just try to inform to the driver that my purse or my bag fell down. Please stop for a while. Without giving this instruction to the driver, what happens? Driver doesn't know that your thing was dropped under the bus or near the bus. So he was ready to move the bus. During that time, what will happen? Chances they to again lose your life. So my dear children, whatever I am telling you to follow, whatever do's and do nots mentioned in your textbook, please try to follow, which are very, very important in your regular life. So if anything is falling, whether it is a school bus or city bus, whatever it is, the thing which belongs to you, unfortunately, if it is dropped or if it is fell down from your hands near the bus or under the bus, first and foremost important thing, you have to inform to your driver to stop for a while rather than getting under the bus. There is no point of questioning driver because he doesn't have the information. So what he will do, he will start the bus. You will be under the bus, obviously. So there will be a great loss of your own life. So you have to follow the rules and regulations, whether it is when you are moving on the road or else when you are staying at home, whatever it is. If sharp at 1 o'clock, your mom is asking to take lunch, 5 or 10 minutes here and there, it is common. But don't take much time. Sharp at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, you have to go to bed. Try to maintain the same time. Complete your lunch by 7:30. It's good for your health. Don't eat outside food. That is also one of the important point where you have to. Once in a blue moon, once in a month or twice, we have to go with our family. Let us enjoy outside. Let us bring outside food and have fun and entertainment. That doesn't matter. But if you keep on following the same in your regular life daily, it may not affect at one point. By taking all these in our stomach, that stuff will come out one day and it shows great impact, and your health is going to be affected very badly without your notice. Don't take what all the items you ate on that particular day. Try to take for the past 15 days what your cycle has been done in your family. How much food you consumed outside food, how much outside food you consumed, how much junk food you consumed, whether it is prepared at home or out of the home. So all at once, one day, it shows a great effect on your health, which causes a great damage. So my dear children, once if any policy or any rules and regulations are framed by the government or by the head of the family or by your own, try to follow the same. Once again, I am telling you, try to have a safe life and let others also continue with the safe life. Let live and let others also live. This is the main motto. If you take this point on a positive note every day in your life will be safe, and at the same time, even others' life also will be safe only because of you. And in the textbook, it was clearly mentioned the following people, they are not supposed to drive the vehicles. Point number one, the drunk and drive, which is completely against the law. If you consume alcohol, better to stay away from driving a vehicle. Okay. If your health is not well, don't try to ride the vehicle. Okay. If anything is happened, if any fight was happened between you and your husband or between the children, don't drive any vehicle with a disturbed mind. With a disturbed mind. If your mind is upset, if your mind is disturbed, better to be at home. Don't come out of the house and don't drive any vehicle. And if you seriously injured, if any of your body part is not supportive, if it is injured, during that time also, don't take any vehicle and don't come onto the road. So I think you better understood what you have to follow and which you do not follow, which is framed by the government, or else government is not only held responsible, government is not only the person who framed the rules to run our own life. We are responsible for our own life. How we have to run our own life, how we have to design our own life. Exclusively, you are the monarch of your own family. You can frame certain policies, you can frame certain rules and regulations to take your life in a safe manner. No one will be there. Don't wait for someone. Okay, if mama is asking to do this thing, only I'll do, otherwise I won't do. Don't be under that assumption. Try to frame, try to design your own policies on your own, where your life will be safe and secure. Okay, in the next session, these are all the accidents related to the disaster. Okay, it may in the form of road, it may in the form of rail, it may in the form of air. So what are the next disaster that I'll explain in my next session. Until then, have a nice day.